Winter is coming. The days grow shorter, nights stretch longer, and the world slowly begins to fall silent. Most people see this season as an excuse to pause, delay progress, and wait for motivation. They believe time itself will fix everything, as if January magically creates a better version of them. But what if winter isn't meant to comfort you? What if it's designed to expose you? What if the silence, the darkness, and the isolation are tools meant to test your discipline? Because while most people disappear into comfort, a small percentage disappear into transformation. They don't escape the season. They use it to rebuild themselves from the ground up. This is where the separation begins, the gap between those who wait and those who act. The difference between dreaming about change and actually becoming someone new. This winter is not about temporary motivation or copying routines you saw online last week. It's about stepping into a new identity, one built through pressure, consistency, and controlled isolation. You are not here to pass time. You are here to take control of it completely. Because if you use this season correctly, you won't recognize the person you become. This is your moment to disappear, but not to escape life. To rebuild it entirely. Before you build strength, you must remove everything silently draining your focus, energy, and long-term potential. Most people try adding habits without removing distractions, which is why their progress always collapses under pressure. This phase is about subtraction, cutting out everything that weakens your discipline and clouds your thinking daily. You are not losing anything valuable. You are removing chains that have been slowing your growth for years. First, you must take control of your urges, because lack of control destroys focus before success even begins. Every time you choose instant pleasure, you delay real progress and weaken your ability to stay consistent. For the next 90 days, commit fully to discipline, no excuses, no negotiations, and absolutely no compromises. When urges hit, redirect your energy into movement, work, or anything that strengthens your mental resilience. Second, eliminate digital distractions that constantly hijack your attention and keep your mind in a reactive state. Your phone should be a tool for growth, not a weapon used against your productivity and mental clarity. Limit usage strictly, remove unnecessary apps, and create boundaries that protect your time like something valuable. Once your mind is no longer overloaded, you will feel a level of clarity most people never experience. Third, evaluate your environment and the people around you, because energy is contagious whether positive or negative. Distance yourself from negativity and move closer to individuals who reflect growth, ambition, and forward momentum. By the end of this phase, you won't feel empty. You will feel lighter, sharper, and completely in control. Now that distractions are eliminated, this is where discipline stops being an action and becomes your identity. This phase is not about trying harder. It's about becoming someone who executes regardless of mood or motivation. You start by winning the first battle of the day, waking up early without negotiation or delay. Every time you rise without snoozing, you reinforce control, proving that comfort no longer dictates your behavior. Next comes discomfort training, the cold shower, where your mind is forced to face resistance immediately. The water hits, your body reacts, but you stay, building tolerance to stress and mental pressure. Then you lock in the non-negotiable workout, 1 hour daily, regardless of mood, weather, or external excuses. This is where your body transforms, but more importantly, your mind learns to push beyond limits consistently. Discipline continues into the night, where you prepare tomorrow instead of leaving your future to randomness. You plan your key task, structure your time, and mentally rehearse execution before going to sleep. Now comes the real shift, mastery, where effort becomes direction and discipline turns into measurable progress. You select skills that matter, skills that can build your future and give you leverage over your life. You test, explore, and then commit, entering deep work sessions where distractions no longer exist around you. Hours pass unnoticed because you are fully immersed, building something meaningful instead of consuming everything mindlessly. This is where average ends and real transformation begins, when effort turns into obsession and results become inevitable. You've reached a point most people never do, but this is not the end of your journey. This is where many people lose everything, not through failure, but through slow and careless neglect. Transformation doesn't disappear overnight. It fades through small, repeated actions that slowly bring old habits back. One missed day becomes two, then a pattern, and suddenly you are no longer the person you built. That is why this phase is about vigilance, protecting your discipline like something that can be stolen. Because it can be taken from you, not by others, but by your own lack of awareness. Now is the time to reflect deeply on what you have achieved over the past 90 days. Look back at every struggle, every moment you wanted to quit, and every time you chose to continue. Compare that version of yourself to who you are now, stronger, sharper, and far more disciplined. The difference is not small. It is undeniable proof that you are capable of real transformation. But this version of you is not permanent unless you continue to protect it with intention every day. Discipline is not something you achieve once. It is something you defend for the rest of your life. From this moment forward, your mission is simple: maintain standards and never fall back into comfort again. Because the person you became in silence, struggle, and isolation is the one built to win. Your winter arc was never about 90 days. It was about creating a version of you that never stops.